Hello everyone, Jan Fursdon here again with the second video that I have. I am offering 2 listings in my Etsy shop, and I'll put the link for that below. And these are for items for the journal, not the journal itself, but items for the journal. I'm using Edith Holden artwork, and I'm using the original pages from her books. In other words, I take the pages apart and literally use those. I don't use photocopies of the pages, and a lot of the paper is just so much thicker and better quality, so it really turns out well, and I've enjoyed working with it a lot. If you're familiar with my other videos, you'll see that I have a couple of journals that I've made, and I was going through everything trying to make sense of some of my stuff and getting better organized, and I realized I had quite a few of these pockets left over and what have you, so I thought, well, I'll just offer them in the Etsy shop and see if anyone's interested. So let's get started. As I said, this is the second of the offerings. Let me put these over here. They're different. Both sets are using Edith Holden artwork, but they're all, very unique in their own. They're each different. So again, here is similar to the one we had in the other one. And those are vintage and antique buttons, I believe. A combination of vintage and antique. This one's slightly different in that it opens up the pocket on this side. The other one was over here, but this one's on this side. And I've just distressed a note page. And of course there's more room to adding your own note paper in there. And here's the reverse. I like to keep as much of her artwork unadorned, undecorated as much as possible because I enjoy it so much. And for those of you who may not be familiar with journals, you can either literally keep it loose in here like this, or you could attach it here with a paper clip or what have you, whatever works for you. Those are what I would do with that. Let's go to the next one here. And then we have this one. Isn't it beautiful? That's actually the picture that was used on the cover of the book, The Diary of the Edwardian Lady, or The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. We have some pretty yellow buttons here. And again, this is a pocket. And then I'm keeping the reverse, again, clear. If you wanted to, you could just stitch it down instead of using it as a loose pocket. You could stitch it all down, or leave, one side up, and then that way you would have a pocket here and a pocket there. That's entirely personal preference. I like to keep them loose because, one, it gets away from the journal itself so that it gives me more space to write in, and it also allows me to be able to view more of the artwork as opposed to having it either, sewn down or with pages on it. That's the second one. Here is the third pocket. There we go. And the artwork on the reverse. Some stitching around. I have so much fun with making these. It's just, I made a lot more than I needed, but as long as I was having fun, that was the main thing. Here we have a double pocket, and it's holds over a page, a flip, I'm not sure what you would call it, a flip over a page. Anyway, here's the first part, so you could put any number of things down in there. Perhaps a ticket that you wanted to save to the movies, or anything, your own cards, artwork, whatever. And then we turn it over, and we have the other pocket in here. Has some note paper in it. And again, I've just distressed the edges and put this in here. So you can see I've used a combination of the artwork from the diary as well as the actual writings from the diary. I'm a big fan of reading diaries. I've kept journals, gosh, since I was in 5th grade. That's a ways away. But so how this one works, it literally flips like this over a page, and you can put like what do we call them, the paper clips here, and then when you turn the page, again, you've still got this handy, and then you can remove the entire thing to pull out the paperwork to write on. So that's that one. This is antique lace. I'm getting very low on it, I'm sorry to say. I love that lace. I use it sparingly, but it works really well with the Edith Holden artwork. And also my green trim. It's new, but I love that trim. There are other colors, but I can't get past green. And we have here an envelope. This is a vintage button. And it's, again, just using the page. And isn't that beautiful? Just lovely. I was going to decorate it. I thought, no, don't you dare. Let it show. So we open it up, and then again, note paper. I don't know if you would call it note paper. It's special paper. That reminds me, someone had asked me what types of paper I use for my journals and what have you. This particular paper literally comes from this book that you see. And this was purchased at Walmart, of all places. They have, it's about $5, $4.98, I think. And I just saw them last year, the end of last year, and I've gone crazy. Every time I see them, I get all they have. But you can see it's just blank paper. It's like a diary. But the paper itself is thicker than normal. It's not too thick. It takes ink really well from all kinds of pens, which I'm a fanatic about. I love a pen that writes well, and this paper really goes well with it, and I love the color. So that's the papers that I use for inserts and what have you, such as this. I just literally tear it out and then use the size I want. And then for the other papers I use, sometimes I just take copy paper and I tea dye it or coffee dye it, but lately I've tended to purchase it, and there's a lady online on the Etsy website, and it's Jo Wilkerson, I believe is her name. I'll put that link below. But I purchased most of my regular pages for my journals from her, and she has some lovely offerings. She does things with lace that you have lovely shadows of lace designs in the paper, and then she has plain, whatever. But I've just had a lot of good dealings with her. And again, I will put that link below. And here is the last item we have. I love these they look like little miniature envelopes. This is vintage lace, and this is a total of 3 pockets. You have one here, you have one on the reverse, and then you also have one right down here. So let's just open this up. They're little flip downs, journaling space. And then I've kept the artwork clear on the reverse. And people ask me, you know, what do you put in some of these smaller areas? I mean, you might have an area that's even half this size. And what I like to do is put my Bible verses, favorite Bible verses, or personal quotes that I like, or dates that I want to remember, something special, things of that nature, an anniversary or something, just anything really, to sort of jog the memory. And then turning over, we have yet another of these. And that's something I didn't realize. Robin's egg. I never knew robin's eggs were that color, but apparently they are. Oh, let me show you the back. Isn't that lovely? And again, that just flips right down there. And then we have the page that forms a pocket. These are the papers I was talking about from the lady on Etsy. But, so what you could do is, in a book like this, what I would do is just paper clip it right there, and you've got it handy, and you can take it off to use it or whatever. If you want to get really adventurous, you could cut it in half. I know it sounds odd, but I do things like that. Cut it in half, and then you could stitch this side, say stitch here and there. You can even do up here, and then that would give you a pocket there. And then you would just literally turn it over for the next page, stitch this down here, and then again you'd have another pocket here. So it's really what you're looking for, whatever you'd like to make out of it. And that is the end of this offering. I hope you enjoyed the little video. As I said, I'm trying to get back into the habit of making more of these. I appreciate your patience, and please, if you like the video, just give me a like, and if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, please do so. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them as quickly as I can. I hope you have a lovely day, and enjoy it. Enjoy your day. Take care. Bye-bye.